Who is here on Felipe Lopez? And where is Felipe Lopez?
He's over here.
Needs to come up. And you're on this side. All right. Are you the attorney on this case?
I am not, Your Honor. Christopher Castro is the attorney of record.
So-
I'm covering for him today.
All right. So where are we on discovery?
Judge, it looks like I have all discovery. I just need time to review it with the client. And the state said that they would go ahead and give an offer at the next setting after we reviewed. So we also don't have an offer yet.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset. All right, so we're going to be back on October 24th. State at that time, I'll need you to tender an offer. All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you receive your reset form and sign it, you're excused.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Judge.
welcome. Hello, where is she?
I don't know, Your Honor. I visited with her in jail. I sent her notice of setting. She apparently got out on bond. I don't know where she is. I called her in the hallway.
All right, just give me 1 second.
I made an announcement, Your Honor, and she is not in the hall.
All right. And she's on a commercial bond?
Don't know the answer.
All right, let me find the page she's on. All right. And counsel, you're on this side. And could I have a prosecutor, please?
I got it.
All right.
No,
All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 008052 and 2024 CR 008054, State of Texas versus Samantha Desiree Venegas. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Denny Callahan, not ready.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 9:40 a.m. The court called the docket at 9 a.m. Ms. Venegas did not answer the docket. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement for Ms. Villegas?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. She is not in the hallway.
All right, defense, have you had contact?
Not recently, Your Honor. But I letters, yes, but because the letters didn't come back.
All right, state.
State's requesting a bond for virtually.
All right, that will be granted in each case. Your client will be remanded without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Be excused.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, to the inmates in the box. If you talk to somebody in the audience, let me just tell you what's going to happen. You're going to be sent back to the Bexar County Jail, and we will see you in the month of December, maybe. You all know you're not supposed to be talking to people in the audience. And people in the audience, if you end up talking to an inmate, you're going to be excused from the courtroom. The only time you will be back in this courtroom is if somebody needs you as a witness. And once you've completed your testimony, you will then be escorted from the courtroom. There are rules. There are security issues in this courtroom. So do not speak to people in the box. If you want to speak to them, you need to do it on your own time at the Bexar County Jail. And this is not fast time at Richmond High, so it's not because you're here and I'm here. Doesn't that make it our time? No, it does not. And attorneys, just give me a moment. And if you all will place your file with the clerk, I will call you in the order of appearance. And Mr. Bartholomew,
Yes.
I know that you're waiting for me, so just give me a second.
Yes, that's your fault up there.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Bartholomew, who do you have?
I have this Sandy Gomez. And I recently substituted for Mr. Acevedo. He's,
All right, let me see. And you said Sandoval?
April Stephanie Gomez. Stephanie Gomez. For an MTR.
And you say April?
No, her middle name is April. Stephanie April Gomez.
Ah. All right, is she on the docket today?
He is 2021 CR 02.
All right, is she on bond?
I know she's in custody.
All right, have they brought her out?
She's here, Judge. What I'd like to do is request a.
Come down. Probation. Do you have a motion to revoke on April
I have one right here.
this month?
Yes, I've read it.
Because it's not in the court's file. All right, can I have probation and part?
See where to go. We're gonna ask continuation with Ms. Maya, but she's got 5 points. She's got some problems.
Oh, so that's the thing?
I know,
I'm not gonna hold this for mid-file.
Oh.
So
I know that.
the question is, how much time are you asking for?
Your Honor, 30 days.
All right, I'll give you 3 weeks.
Well, I'm gonna be gone during that period to attend a funeral. That's why I asked.
Okay, so when are you?
I'll be back, I'll be available after the 16th. 16th, 17th, Friday night.
Of October?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Norma, this needs to be recalled on the 17th.
Thank you. Judge. I appreciate the court's consideration.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And
All right,
Yeah,
Norma
thank you,
Gomez
Judge.
is October 17th. Yes. All right, so everyone, I'm gonna call you on the order of appearance. Please don't stare me down. I'm gonna get to you. Odyssey is slow and I have to put things in Odyssey. So trust me, you will get called. Arturo Martinez,
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. All right, so where are we on discovery?
I think we're still waiting on some discovery, Judge, and we need a little bit of time. He's gonna give us some documents I'm gonna share with the state.
All right, what discovery are you all awaiting?
I don't show any that has been uploaded to my phone.
All right, state on Arturo Martinez, has discovery been uploaded? Okay, all right, if you can check on that.
I'll verify too, Judge. It's just not on my phone.
All right, he's gonna check and gonna let me know. So just have a seat and I'll call you right back up. Who's here on AUDREALL Guy? And where is Guy? Come down. Robert, I don't know what's happening with the teams,
Don't get me started.
but hey, you can still sing the song Oklahoma.
I was at that game.
My God.
The stat line for our quarterback: 1 interception, 2 fumbles, first quarter. We should have.
And what is happening with the Dallas Cowboys?
I gave up a long time ago. After Jerry said, "I'm all in," I knew it was going to be a waste of his season, so I haven't watched the game.
Okay, that imitation was spot on.
I've been listening to it for 30 years.
Yeah.
Back when we were good.
And you know, I thought the Saints would win. And I was just, what's happening? Maybe, you know, I'm a bad luck charm for them because I actually had a chance to watch the game.
It's like, if you get too excited early on in the season, you're just wasting your time.
And then I was talking to Cornelius about LSU and about Florida. And sometimes it's better to be lucky. So we'll see how it goes.
Long season.
But if any college team falls out of, you know, the playoff spots, I'm going to see who's going to start complaining. You think people are going to complain this?
But now we have 12 playoffs.
Yes. You think number 13 is going to complain and say, I should have been number 12?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see how the whole voting goes, but there'll be a turnaround. Not with the Cowboys, but
I don't even know. Do they still have Condoleezza Rice as one of the persons on the committee?
What's the qualification?
Well, I don't know, but I want to be on that committee.
If you watch football,
It's gonna-
you're probably more qualified.
It's going to be hard pressed for me, even
But
if,
you can't vote for LSU every time.
well, you know what? It comes to a point, I always thought that if I were on the committee, LSU, I don't care what your record is, you're going to be in. But for some teams, I'm like, I don't want them to be defeated and people to say, why did this person select this person who obviously wasn't in the top tier?
Like Alabama.
It's gonna be interesting. Somebody keep bragging to me that Texas is number 1.
Give it time.
Yeah, okay. All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery based upon the charges? I guess it's gonna be a lot of discovery.
That's correct, Your Honor. Gallery hearing for the state in this case. Some discovery has been tendered to defense, however, it is still outstanding. There are 4 phones that were seized. We've received reports for 2 of those phones, but 2 are still outstanding.
Okay.
For the 2 phones that we have received, I began going through them to make sure that there's no CSAM material on them so that I can tender to defense.
All right. So you all are gonna have to do some conferring off docket as far as the discovery. I'm gonna recall this in 45 days.
All right, thank you.
Ms. Guy, if they want to have you brought over sooner, your attorney can always let the court know. But I want to make sure that your counsel has all of the discovery. And I can tell you right now, if this is going to trial, I don't anticipate it going before the new year. Because on cases like this, where there are phones involved, there's a lot of moving parts. But if your attorney contacts me and the state contacts me and say, hey, we're ready to go or ready to dispose of this case, they can always ask to come in earlier. All right.
Judge, I have a question. I think there are multiple co-defendants.
Mhm.
And I don't know if if we're all set in the same court.
I don't think, I'm not sure. And here's the thing, they didn't label this necessarily as co-defendant because there's no ABC attached to her case number.
Okay, fine.
So I'm unsure. But if
Okay.
you'll speak to Ms. Ferguson, who knows, maybe this case should not be here. We shall see.
Okay.
I need a 45-day reset on Guy, please.
November 7th.
All right, we'll come back on November
All right,
7th.
thank you, Judge.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your
All
Honor.
right, well, nice meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you.
You too. And Robert, of course, on the possession less than a gram, that's,
Maybe we can plead on that, TIC.
excuse me, state. He's asking that he be allowed to plea on the possession less than a gram and take the other case in consideration. I'll let y'all.
You know what was actually here? I was at that game.
Mhm.
Fucking lose my freaking mind.
Oh, my gosh.
When he fumbled on the 5-yard line, we had a chance to tie the ball game. I'm like, okay, his stat line in his 2 biggest games were 7 turnovers. And then he put in that freshman.
Mhm.
Had they put him in to start the game? I mean, our defense played great. We held Tennessee to 25 points, including the stupid safety.
I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
I know. Maybe I'll go talk Cornelius.
Oh, yeah, talk to him, because you know what, whenever Cornelius comes, he always says, Judge, you know, I'm so excited, I can't even sleep because we're gonna be so great. And I'm like, okay,
All right, take care, Judge.
all right, thank you. All right, Arturo Martinez. All right, so state, has the discovery been uploaded?
Yes, Judge, I mean, everything I see, I believe that it's all uploaded, talking to Mr. Simpson about it. I think that they're having some trouble on their side downloading. So I said that if you want to bring a hard drive or a thumb drive, it's probably download it for.
All right. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for discovery. All right, October 24th. And state, will you be prepared to tender an offer at that time?
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you.
October 24th.
Yes.
9 a.m.
Genevieve Castaneda. All right, what's happening with this case?
Judge, the defendant did sold a sentence back. System the same financial source back. All together, the partner is in some kind of investigator to see.
All right, how much time are you requesting? All right, I need a 2-week reset.
And Judge, Ms. Castanez asked that he's remanded without bond right now because of the new case. He had a $12,000 bond originally, so does the court want me to file a motion for?
Yes, on those, a motion needs to be filed.
All right, Judge, I will do that.
October 8th.
All right, we're gonna come back on October 8th. And the system requires motions now. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Bustos. Hello,
Morning, Judge.
good morning. So where are we on this case with discovery?
So the defense just talked about all the issues that they were having with the fact that they wanted me to, I guess, acquire more with the detectives, some of the things that we need here. So I just sent an email out right now. If the detective doesn't respond within the next couple of days, we'll bring them for trial.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this for 30 days, what date? All right, we're gonna come back on October 24th. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yeah, question. What's wrong? We're trying to get to discovery. There's some documents that we need. Is it okay if I can talk to my lawyer?
Oh, yes.
But that's good, October 24th.
Yes. And if your attorney wants you brought back sooner, he can always let me know.
Well, he wants a bond reduction. I have to file a motion.
Yes.
to administer.
And then once your attorney files it, we'll put it on the docket. We're pretty quick about having those heard. All right, here's my question. Has he been set in this court before?
Yes, we've been here.
All right, because I have on September 10th
Correct,
that an offer was tendered
correct. That was denied.
and the discovery
We just,
items needed was the affidavit for search warrant state, the photo lineup, and frost report. So do y'all have a frost report?
There we go, that's probably what's right.
All right, so Norma, we're not bringing this back in 30 days. All right, I need it back. We can put it either the week of October 7th or the week of October 14th. All right, Norma, set this for October 14th. All right, so we'll be back on October 14th. And counsel, if you want a bond heard at that time, the court can hear it at that time, or either you can follow it and I'll hear it sooner. Thank you. Lisa Telsee, are you all ready to proceed?
We are, Judge.
All right, can I have a file stamp for a motion to revoke, please? Court is calling 2023 CR 6472, State of Texas versus Lisa Telsee. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense,
David Andre Woodard from Ms. Telsee.
and are you Miss Telsee? Are you the same Lisa Telsee who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 6472 for the offense of assault peace officer judge on September 25th, 2023 for a term of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? I can't hear you.
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there's not, Your Honor.
State, what are you requesting?
Revocation, Your Honor.
Defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we were requesting that she be continued on her deferred and follow probation's recommendation, which is residential treatment with Casa Mia. Since she is pregnant, I believe she's 6 months pregnant, weekly UAs for 90 days, weekly reporting. They're also, Judge, requesting GPS with work release from the Bear County Jail for 90 days. Ms. Telsee's been in custody now since July, so she's not employed. She's 21. This is her first motion to adjudicate. It would be a year that she's been on probation with the court. I believe next week she got probation back in September of last year. I believe she got an 8-year deferred, so she still has time if the court does continue her to finish all the obligations that she was initially set out to complete.
So what has she completed?
I don't think she's been successful at all so far, Judge.
All right, so
Unfortunately.
the only thing she has done since she's been on probation was to become pregnant. That's all she's done. So has she done anything else other than becoming pregnant and using the fact that she's pregnant to seek sympathy from the court?
Judge, I don't think she's seeking sympathy from the court. We're just explaining to the court that she hasn't been successful. There has been some housing issues where she was dealing with some homelessness, where I believe that she found it difficult to report to probation. Not an excuse, but it's what happened, what was going on with her.
Well, did she call?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right. And then this is not her first child, is it?
It's not, Judge. I believe she does have a 1-year-old.
All right. So the only thing she's done on probation is become pregnant. She hasn't done anything else. So I'm trying to figure out, why should I continue her? And what I can tell you is I didn't even give her major conditions. And the reason why I didn't is because she had a young child. But I did order parenting classes. She hasn't, I'm assuming she hasn't completed parenting classes. I'm assuming based upon her plea of truth, she didn't report. She hasn't done UAs. I'm assuming field visits were not successful.
Judge,
Yes,
if I may,
yes.
There were some field visits conducted in which each time resulted in the officers being able to visit with Ms. Telsee and asking her to report. So there were some field visits at a home, at an address that she provided probation. I do believe she did complete her GED. And in that case, you said that her community service hours would be waived.
Mhm.
I would say, Judge, that she has not completed anything else.
So is there anything you want to say?
Yes,
You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the court.
Lisa Telsee.
All right, you're gonna need to speak up so the court reporter can hear and so I can hear.
Lisa Telsee.
All right, what do you want to say?
I was trying to find a job and that I was trying to go to the probation, but I didn't have any money to catch the bus because I don't have a card. And I didn't have right to get to from my house that I was staying at.
All right, did you call probation?
They didn't give me a phone. They
Oh,
didn't give
so
me
you're
any
saying,
information. They didn't give me the parenting website or the address to where to go. And they didn't give me the anger management classes either.
oh, so they didn't give you information for parenting classes, anger management classes. They basically gave you nothing. That's what you're saying? All right. Any questions?
Nothing to say.
I don't have any questions for you, Judge.
All right, where's the 1-year-old?
With her dad and his mom.
All right, so Child Protective Services involved? I'm sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Child Protective Services is involved. How long has Child Protective Services been involved?
I want to say not that long. They just wanted to put her with her for now till I get my stuff out.
How long is not that long?
2023. Like after I had her for a couple of days, I took her to the doctor and they were like, she was not getting fed often. But I had explained to them that she was sleeping and we were gonna feed her after she woke up.
All right, so let's backtrack a little bit. You were saying 23. What do you mean 23?
2023 is the year she was born.
All right, so how long has CPS been involved in your life with that child?
Just 1 year. That
All right, so that means your rights have probably been terminated because they only give you a year to do parenting classes and whatever. So have your parental rights to that 1-year-old been terminated?
no.
So what did they do?
They had put her in a family safety time,
Mm-hmm.
so so I can still see her through, like it was every third Saturday that I can go visit a visitation, right?
All right, and who's the father of this baby? Is it the same person?
No. 7 months.
All right. Are you aware of how babies are made? Then why? Because your life is not in order right now. It's a lot of chaos going on. So my issue with you is you can't find probation. You say probation and give you parenting classes, where to take them. They didn't give you anger management classes. They gave you nothing. But you can still figure out how to have a baby, become pregnant. You can still figure out how to get to your, I'll say mother-in-law. I don't know if you're married or not, but you still find a way to go do your child visitation. I don't understand why you can't find a way to do probation.
I can't find a way. I just have to have the money to get to and from the probation office.
But you got to and from your visitation.
That's when I had money. That's when I had help with the money and the rides.
Any other questions?
No, Young.
And how far along are you?
It's
All right, just have a seat. I need to think about this because you really should most likely be revoked, but let me think on things. Alexander Rodriguez. All right, on this case, has an offer been tendered or must due today?
So traditionally, our investigator was just appointed. We do have some things that she's working on as well. We would just ask for another discovery setting.
All right, so this is what I don't understand, and maybe you all can help me understand it. We were here on this case July for discovery, and then it was recalled for August 26th. And what everybody said, what defense said is, I've received the discovery. There's no outstanding discovery. And then I set it for today for a offer to be due.
Judge, if I can, the very first setting in July, Odyssey's discovery, it's not working. It's still not working. It still shows there is zero discovery for this case.
Now, here's the thing. The July setting, I gave you all a reset for discovery, and then you all came back on August 26th,
And
you all told me you had received all the discovery.
we received it, we literally received the flash drive with the discovery on the morning in the courtroom of August 26th. So I could not have told you I received it all because I hadn't looked at it yet, Judge.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this is where we are again. On August 26th, you all said all discovery has been received, unless people are trying to say, I'm just making up things and just writing down whatever I want to write down. Like when people told me a case was indicted and there was no autopsy, and I'm wondering, why was a case indicted without an autopsy? So where we are now is on August 26th, I was told by counsels that all the discovery has been received. Now we're back, and no, all discovery has not been received. This will be the last setting for discovery, period. And on this date, you all need to be prepared to tender an offer on this date as well. So Ms. Ferguson, give me a 30-day reset. All right, October 24th.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. All right, is Sylvia Romero on the docket today? All right, is she in custody? Deputy. All right, if you'll come down, please, and state on this case, who is the complainant?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm just trying to figure things
I
out.
understand.
So here's the thing, the state has filed a motion to dismiss. They state for missing witness, so I'm assuming your sister maybe does not want to be involved in this. But let me explain something to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know anything about your case. I don't know the facts of it. But what I do know is that mothers do not want their children fighting each other. And how old are you?
I'm 24 now. At the
All right.
time, I was 20,
You're
21.
all right. So here's the thing. Relatives, siblings should not be getting into physical altercations with each other. You all are supposed to be a team, making sure that nobody comes from outside to break your bond. You're not supposed to be breaking your bond with each other. You understand? Parents don't like that. So if there's an anger issue with you, they have free anger management conditions. And do not, if you all end up living back together or you live with your sister, do not be throwing up in her face that you had to spend time at the Bexar County Jail.
It opened my eyes because I have a son now. When in the time that I got into trouble, I didn't have my son, but I have my son. I got my life together. I got my car, I got my apartment. I'm
Okay.
actually doing the things that I have to do. So you will never see me again.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I may see you walking around the neighborhoods or something, but
Well, I'll say hi.
okay. All right. If there's ever any issues in your life where you're trying to find a class to do something, anger management or parenting, and you can't find it, you can always come back here and let me know. All right.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Ms. White.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right. They'll probably release you at midnight.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. So is this your family? All right. So make sure that the sisters communicate.
Yes, I ask all the time.
All right.
I tell them all the time, they need to help each other and work together and not, bicker and fight with each other, so.
All
I
right.
have 5, she's the oldest out of 5.
Okay.
So it's, yeah.
All
It's
right.
challenging,
But you can talk to her attorney. They probably won't release her till midnight.
Okay.
All right.
But thank you so very much.
All right. You're welcome. All right, Bashan. Hey, excuse me. You can't talk to her. Oh, they left the grandmother. Oh, all right. I can't believe they left you. All right, take your time. Don't rush, okay? Okay. Santiago Garza.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. Oh, and Attorney Woodard, do you have any objection to me reviewing the court summary? All right, thank you. All right, are there any applications in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2023 CR 11209, State versus Santiago Garza. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Rutherford for the state.
Defense?
Albert Chidas for Mr. Garza.
And are you Mr. Garza?
Yes, ma'am.
And counsel, your client is applying for deferred?
He is, Your Honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you understand it?
yes,
Did you understand you're charged with assault family household with a previous conviction as a third-degree felony?
yes, ma'am.
Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. Counsel, if for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? All right, off the record for a moment. All right, we're going to go back on the record and cause number 2023 CR 6472, State of Texas versus Lisa Telsee. All right, and for the record, the parties are Jason Gareham for the state and David Woodard for defense. Oh, no problem. I reviewed the court summary without any objection from the defense. And I will tell you, one of the things that the probationer said, your officer said, is that you're not taking probation seriously. That's what they're saying. So here's my question for you. Do you want to go to prison? Then why are you behaving as though you want to go to prison? Because everything that you're doing tells me you want to go to prison.
I'm not trying to.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not trying to behave like that.
But you are. I'm telling you, the only thing you did on probation was have, become pregnant. That's all you've done. You haven't done anything else. So why do you think you shouldn't go to prison?
Do better.
Let me just tell you, everybody in that box, they want to do better. No, I can't. If I were to ask people to raise their hand, people in the box, how many of y'all want to go to prison? I guarantee you, I'd say 99% of them will say no. There'll be that 1% who will just say, yeah, I just want to go to prison, do my time, be done. So nobody wants to go to prison, but you're behaving as though you want to go to prison. And with this Casa Mia, does anyone know if they'll take someone on GPS? I mean, I've heard of the program, I'm familiar with it, but I don't know if they'll take someone on GPS. Counsel, do you know if Casa Mia will take someone on GPS?
I don't, Judge. And the issue with the GPS, what probation is requesting is if she has a job, work release, she doesn't have a job. So I would assume she would stay in jail for 90 days because GPS work release would not benefit her if she's not employed.
Oh, no, she's going to be on GPS until further notice if I decide to continue her. If I don't continue her, then, GPS doesn't matter.
I don't have the answer to that question, Judge, about Casa Mia.
All right, let me see. I'm going to give you all the number. All right, if you all can call and find out if they'll take someone with GPS. Oh, and are you already on, huh?
May we approach?
Yes.
My client would like to ponder his decision.
All right.
So I don't know if you want to give us a plea deadline. I think perhaps the next step would be a plea deadline date.
All right, where's your client?
He's in custody.
All right, come down. All right, how old are you, sir?
43.
All right. Norma, set this in 2 weeks for plea deadline date, please. All right, your plea deadline date will be October 8th. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, and Mr. Bond.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, you can have a seat. And then I'll take you all up if y'all have information on Casa Mia after I finish with this. All right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 11209. All right, do you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record for a moment. Counsel, if you all move down there, just let the deputy know. All right, we're back on the record. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, he is competent, Judge. I
And do you
can't
believe-
speak to his condition at the time because he did have to be rehabilitated to competence.
All right. All right, Mr. Garza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a US citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $200 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Rosa Rangel, and you're to be placed with the mental health probation officer. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? All right, off the record for a moment. There's an issue with the paperwork. All right, and then Mr. Garza, if you come back down, please. And did your client have a chance to review the previous conviction?
I didn't. May I have a break with him?
Sure. All right,
Yeah, Coach.
yes. All right, we're back on the record. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We would, Judge, and we have one issue. The state had initially agreed to no harmful or injurious contact, but they need grandma, who's the complaining witness, to be able to talk to the court and for the court to be able to inquire as to her position. So she's on Zoom and she's ready to address the court on no harmful or injurious contact.
All right. All right, if you all could unmute, please. State, do you have any objection to this witness appearing by video? And Mr. Garza, do you have any objection to this witness appearing by video? I'm sorry? Do you have any objections to her appearing by video? All right. Are you Rosa Rangel?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Rosa Rangel.
Does anyone have questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Ma'am, Ms. Rangel, what's your relationship to Mr. Garza here?
He's my grandson.
What's your position on him being able to see you while he's on probation?
I don't have no reaction. I want him to see me. I want to see him. I love him. He's like my son. I raised him I have him since he was a month old. I love him. I need to see him.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I have no further questions, Judge.
All right. They asked a question, do you have any concerns for your safety?
No, I don't.
So, if there was a no harmful and injurious contact, no harmful or injurious contact, if he does hurt you, you would need to report that to probation officer. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Any further questions?
No further questions, Judge.
All right, I have a few questions. Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
All right, so what caused this to happen? What was happening on this day that made him hit you?
I think that, because I think that he was like a little bit of, yeah, he was having like
All right, so let me stop you right now. Who is in the house with you?
it was me, myself.
Currently, who's in the house with you right now?
Oh, my daughter. I'm
All right. And what is your relationship? What is her relationship to him?
I'm his aunt.
No. I need you to step aside, miss.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, you're not under oath. All right, Miss Rangel, the person who is in the house with you, what is her name?
Graciela Herrera, she's my daughter.
Graciela what?
Herrera.
All right. And you say that's your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I'm assuming she is Mr. Garza's aunt?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so on this day, why do you think that he became abusive towards you?
I don't know, maybe he was like frustrated or something.
Frustrated about what?
He needed his medication. He wasn't taking his medication.
And what medication does he take?
For anxiety, I think. I really don't know. Graciela is the one that's she was taking him before. So I don't really know.
From what you know, he suffers from anxiety and what else?
And I think depression.
All right, and depression. So has he ever hit you before?
No, ma'am, never.
All right, any other questions?
No questions for this witness, Judge.
All right, thank you. Now let me speak to the person who's with you.
Gracie.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're gonna need to speak up so the court reporter can hear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what's your name?
Graciela Herrera.
All right, do either party have any questions for her?
I do, Judge.
Yes.
Ms. Herrera, could you please state your name for the record?
Graciela Herrera.
Ms. Herrera, are you familiar with Santiago's mental health history?
Yes, sir.
Do you did you used to take him to the doctor?
We had tried for several years to take him to receive help. It was a combination of not being on medication for several years, a progression in his decline in mental health, and just behavioral issues. Previous to this last time he was released from jail, we hadn't understood how to help him with his mental health issues. It wasn't until I did research and then until I was redirected to the San Antonio Health Center that I start to take him for regular visits to a psychiatrist and a therapist and a case manager. He did that of his own volition and will. He asked me to find some resources and I was able to go to the San Antonio Health Center. And that's what he was doing prior to being placed back into jail.
Okay, and so at any time did you, I guess when he saw the psychiatrist, did the psychiatrist prescribe medications?
Yes, I believe he is currently on, man, I'm not at my home, so I don't have all of his list, but I want to say it's like Zoloft and well, I really couldn't give you a list because I'm not in my home. I came over here to do the Zoom meeting, so I don't have all his documents in front of me.
Okay, do you happen to know if they're, not necessarily the name of the medication, but if any of the medications are to stabilize his mood?
Yes, they are. They're for his I believe because he's like borderline, like has like a schizophrenia, and then he has depression, anxiety. He was experiencing like hallucinations at one point and those types of things. But with the medication, I've seen a complete change from the person that he was prior to going into jail originally. This last time. Then, you know, coming out of jail, when we were able to get him on those medications and meet with the psychiatrist, a completely different person, one that I had not seen in almost, 10 years, 12 years, because he's had mental issues since he was a preteen.
Okay, thank you. And are you able to help him if he's on deferred adjudication probation?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm determined, and I have been determined to help him get on a better path, help him get on and try to understand myself, the significance of how much mental illness is prevalent in him, and that he needs constant monitoring, constant reassurance. And I'm determined with everything in me to get him on the right path and
Okay.
help him.
And do you know where he's going to be living if he's on deferred?
He will be with me. I have a room for him. It's all set up. He was living there before. I got him a cell phone so that he can keep contact with whoever he needs to report to. And we were visiting his psychiatrist, his therapist, and his case manager regularly. We had not missed one appointment.
Okay, and your residence, is it the same residence or a separate residence from grandma?
It's a separate, I live on
Just 1 second. Stop.
Oh,
Yes, you don't have to give your address.
Okay.
All right.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Well, I speak with his case manager, and I've spoken with the health center, and they've given me resources as far as numbers to call in case, there is an episode, and the steps that I should be taking. They're not definitive, right? I have several options. I can call, several numbers that they gave me, but I do have the resources as far as the contact information. And I hope to be able to speak with the psychologist and our psychiatrist to better understand how we could do that. But from the conversations that I've had with my nephew, he seems very determined to keep on the path that he was on prior to this last time being sent back to jail.
You do understand that there is any violence or anything, you can call the police and.
Yes, I understand.
All right. I just have a few questions.
Yes, ma'am.
So does he already have a case manager?
Yes, ma'am, he does.
All right. And are you employed? And the reason why I'm asking, I'm trying to figure out, is he going to have time where he's completely by himself at your house? Or
I work from home the majority of the week, and partial of that I do go into the office for 2 days. But when I am away, we keep constant communication. I tend to call him often when I'm away from him, just to see where he's at, how he's doing, and how his day is gone. So outside of that, I can also put cameras in the home. I don't know, but that's how I monitor him when I'm not away, when I'm not with him.
all right. And so you said he does have a case manager.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you so much for zooming in and giving me some insight into what's going on. And I really do appreciate the fact that you're proactive with his mental health issues.
Yes,
and as
ma'am.
a side note, whose birthday is it?
Oh, my father's birthday is coming up. And it was
Oh, well, tell him I said happy birth month. I believe in
Thank
celebrating
you.
the entire month.
Thank you.
All right. So if you'll just remain on Zoom.
Okay.
All right. This, Mr. Garza, are you employed or do you receive SSI?
Looking to get my SSI back.
All right. Do you have any children?
No, no.
All right. So you've been on SSI previously?
Yes.
And was that for mental health as well? All right. This is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. Counsel, if he completes everything early, you can always come back and ask that he be terminated early from probation. And what I can tell you is if there's somebody who's completed everything, probation always sends me updates and I can make a decision on whether or not to terminate you early or not. Okay. There's a $200 fine that will be probated. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. I'm gonna want the referral for Center for Healthcare Services. Of course, if you all have a private doctor that he's seen, you can continue with that. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. With regards to the UAs, you need to let probation know what medications you are on, because some of them give false positives for illegal substances. So you need to let them know. We'll do a MIC evaluation that can be done out of custody. No harmful or injurious contact with Rosa Rangel. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order anger management. My main concern is his completing and addressing his mental health issues. So probation, if he completes, well, when he completes anger management, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be proof of employment or SSI within 45 days of release, and you ought to reside with your aunt, Miss Herrera. There's going to be field visits 1 time per month. And probation will do it for 4 months just to make sure that his medication is stable. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? To the witnesses, is there anything else he needs that can help him be successful on probation?
I just a quick question. As far as the Social Security, prior to him going in there, we were working hard to get his ID, to get those documentation so we can even have a meeting with the Social Security. I know that you said 45 days, but is that 45 days just the effort of getting him back on Social Security?
Here's the thing, when I have persons before me who have mental health issues, I've already made a notation on his file that he previously had SSI.
Okay.
All right, so probation knows that he's previously had SSI, and they know it's going to take some time.
Okay.
But I don't want people to wait 3 months and then all of a sudden they're looking into it. So just provide proof that you're working on that to probation.
Yes, ma'am. We'll be proactive.
All right. All right, we can go off the record. You are supposed to be residing with your aunt, Miss Herrera. You cannot reside anywhere else while you're on probation. If there's some sort of issue that comes up, you need to let your probation officer know. Do you understand?
Yes,
So you're not allowed to live with your grandmother. Do you understand?
yes.
All right. And with regards to medications that you take, sometimes people have issues with their medication, the side effects. If there are side effects or they make you feel a certain way that you don't like, you need to let your doctor know. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And in this court, communication is key. Talk to your probation officer if there's an issue. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. Your aunt and your grandmother can come back to court. You understand? All right. Thank you all. And counsel, if you'll make sure probation has her address so they can put it in the system.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you all for appearing.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.